My cholesterol numbers have improved, but I want to see it get better. Check out what I'm going to do in the next few days. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydia. If you're new here, I have been on a keto weight loss journey for almost 2 years. I've lost roughly 80 to 90 pounds. It's kind of teetering at the moment, and I'm on my quest to lose at least 100 pounds, if not more. I've been living my best keto life these past 2 years. I have tracked, I have not tracked, I have intuitive eaten, I have not, I have intermittent fasted, I have not. I feel like I try almost every challenge and different, weekly way of eating as much as I can to kind of change things up. I did incorporate exercise at one point. I have fallen off of that, so I do need to get better about that. But what this video is about is I'm going to give you my cholesterol numbers up to date with the past few blood work results that I have gotten, and then talk about what my next steps are in preparation for my next round of blood work. So I was looking at my cholesterol numbers and I wanted to gauge how they've improved over time. I don't think I've done a side-by-side chart to see where I was and where I am today, and where I was last time I checked my blood and where I'm going to be next week when I check my blood. Now, let's go into numbers right off the bat, shall we? So in April of 2020, that's not the first time I ever got blood work done, but when I first got my blood work done a few years ago before I started keto, I cannot track down those results. So those would be the most ideal results to go by for my starting point before keto. Unfortunately, I never got blood work done until the beginning of last year, around April of last year, I want to say. And that's kind of the numbers that I have to go for. So brace yourself. My numbers are probably going to be super high as they were last year, but as you can see, they have improved. So I'm going to start off with my total cholesterol number. So in April of 2020, my total cholesterol was 312. Now, mind you, you want it under 200. You want your overall cholesterol to be under 200. Mine last April was 312. Now, mind you, I've been doing keto for a year, around a year, almost a year at that point. Still doing my bulletproof coffees, still eating fatty meat, still doing all of the things, high fat and moderate protein at that time. So it was 312 overall cholesterol. Then I checked it again in August of 2020, last August, and it went down from 312 to 282. So still high, it should be under 200. Then I checked it of April of 2021 and it went down to 235. So it went from 312 to 282 to 235. Now my goal is to be under 200, so I'm almost there. And I'm hoping when I get my blood work done next week, I can actually get even closer to that number, if not below it. Now my LDLs. Now I think some people say this is your bad cholesterol. I think so. Anyway, my LDLs when I started in April of 2020 started off at 242. You want it to be under 100. August of 2020, it was 205. So it dropped from 242 to 205. And then April of this year was 167. So we're lowering it. It's still high. You want it under 100. I have it at 167. My LDLs are still a little bit high. So I'm hoping to get that number down in my next blood work results. Now my triglycerides. I believe your triglycerides, you want them under 150. Now I had been doing keto for almost 8 months when I got the April of 2020 results in. So my triglycerides were already low for doing keto for so long. So my triglycerides read at 85. Then in August of 2020, they were 83. Then April of 2020, they were 80. So they're dropping. It needs to be under 150. And so it definitely is. And then my HDL. I believe my HDL, you want it over 39. I guess that's good. I'm not exactly sure these numbers. This is what I'm getting from a chart on the internet. I think you want them over 39. Back in April of 2020, my HDL was 50. Then it was 57, and then it went back down for April 2021, back down to 50. So I'm excited to get my blood work done next week and to compare the numbers where it would be, you know, compared to April of this year to see if the numbers go down. Now, one of the things that I want to do in the next 10 days to kind of prepare for my blood work and to see how it affects my blood work is to lay off the red meat. I decided to do that Monday after I already had lunch. I had lunch Monday and I had all the meats. All the leftover barbecue. I had a beef patty, some pork ribs, a little bit of brisket, a little bit of sausage. So I had a lot of fat and a lot of red meat. But for lunch, we ended up going to Chili's and I ordered a little bowl of the chicken enchilada soup with no tortilla chips, and I had a side Caesar salad with no croutons. And I want to say the soup, when you take the chips off, are about 9 carbs for that little bowl of soup. So since I didn't have any carbs earlier that day, aside from all the protein that I ate for lunch, I went ahead and allowed myself to have that cup of soup, that indulgence of 9 carbs in that one bowl. Then yesterday, I was craving seafood, and yesterday I had the poke bowl salad, and then dinner I picked at some chicken breast. I tried that real good enchiladas. Everything was good. Yesterday I kind of I've been loosely tracking my calories. Mind you, I'm not measuring and weighing, but I'm kind of estimating and jotting them in. It feels less stressful for me, but it lets me keep an eye on what I'm eating and kind of seeing if I'm getting enough protein in. And I decided in preparation for my blood work next week that I was going to lay off the red meat, eat more fish and lean meats like chicken breast, and maybe lay off the bacon. I bought turkey bacon in case I want eggs and bacon, but I did buy some more 0% Fage yogurt, Sola granola. I've got some keto cereal. I've got some Sola bread in my freezer that I'm going to pull out in case I want to have like yogurt and toast in the morning with some berries, just to try to change it up. For the past 2 years, for breakfast, my breakfast has been bacon and eggs and cheese. And my breakfast has been chorizo, egg and cheese, or an omelet with, you know, beef fajitas or steak and peppers and guacamole and sour cream on top. You've seen my What I Ate This Week videos, so you know how much red meat and fat that I have been intaking. And so I just kind of want to experiment the next few days, the next week and a half in preparation for my blood work, and kind of see what it would look like if I laid off all of that extra added fat and red meat. You know, eat more fish, eat more chicken, eat more greens, and eat more yogurts and fruit instead of the bacon and eggs. So we are going to see how it affects my numbers moving forward, and maybe what it affects on the scale. I'll weigh myself, I guess, Thursday morning next week to see where I'm at. I think today I weighed myself. You know, I haven't been consistent in weighing myself because the scale's been going up and down, and I keep saying, well, let me just wait one more day. Maybe the number will go back down again and I'll weigh myself. You know, I'm just trying to hope for a better number. But, you know, with all the cheating that I had not too long ago for vacation, and it's been on the struggle bus of trying to get back on track, that, you know, I've just been kind of like hoping to see a better number. So anyway, I weighed in this morning on Wednesday at 180.2. So I want to get back into the 170s. I was at 174 pretty consistently right before my vacation, I think. And so I'm kind of bummed that I'm up 6 pounds, but I'm at 180.2. I'll be tracking my weight to see what it looks like between now and next Thursday as I'm incorporating this leaner meat, leaner protein way of eating this next week and a half. Now, mind you, a lot of people are going to be like, thought this was a keto channel. Isn't keto higher fat? Why are you doing something different? So yes, I'm trying to figure out what works for me. So I did keto for 2 years. It's taken me this long just to shave off 80 to 90 pounds that I did. And I just wanted, you know, try something different to see what works for me and what is kind of like the magic formula, what seems to be my groove, what seems to give me the results that I want to see. So If it leans a little bit more low carb, that's what we do in the keto world. Sometimes we eat dirty, lazy. Sometimes we eat strict. Sometimes we eat pretty much like low carb, and sometimes we're eating keto. You know, carnivore even, ketovore. There's so many different labels, and I think I have tried them all. And I'm trying to find what fits for me. I like carnivore, but considering the cholesterol, I'm on a cholesterol medication now, and I never had been. So I just want to see if I can get those numbers lower so I can get myself off medication. My blood pressure has been improving, but I'm still on blood pressure medication. So I want to get those numbers down, get at a healthier weight, get healthier blood work numbers down so I can be off medication. That is my number one goal, is to get healthier and not have to have medication that I take every single day. Ugh. So that's where I am today. This is pretty big a video. I'm not sure if I'm going to incorporate this is what I ate this week, or if this is just going to be this is what I'm doing moving forward. I guess we'll see once I finished editing it what happens with this video. But that's what I'm going to be eating and doing for the next 10 days in the hope that my numbers lower. So wish me luck. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'd love to have you join me on this journey to see me get to my goal weight. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button now. Leave me a comment. Are you on your own journey? Is it low carb? Is it keto? Is it just a weight loss journey? I'd like to hear about it. Post it in the comments below. Any advice or tips or things you want to share with me, make sure to post it in the comments below. And you guys, I will see you in the next one.